Hey guys, you're about to enter a world that we geek responsibly. This is going to be a podcast that you will enjoy for the rest of your life. Here is Jenna and Bridget.
When no one is around you. It tastes like burning. That's perfect.
And we are here for your pleasure. No.
Well, I can talk louder. It's gotta get off mute. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to Geek Responsibly, episode, I believe, 11.
I'm so glad you didn't put me on the spot because I was gonna be like,
Ah.
I don't know what episode it is.
Pretty sure it's episode 11. So, we had an outline, but I, for some reason, put it down. There we go.
We have an outline.
We have an outline and awesome things coming up that are amazing and exciting, and we cannot wait to share.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get this rolling. First off, we're going to talk about, obviously, the most amazing thing in the whole entire world, which was Game of Thrones.
Sorry, spoiler alert if you haven't
Season
seen it yet.
8, episode 1. Yes. Well, she said that. So right now, alert, spoilers are coming.
Spoiler bot.
Wait a couple of minutes or I'll put a timestamp.
You ever see a thing? It's like, pew, pew. You know what I'm talking about? Whatever. Pew. Spoiler bot. Sorry.
Spoilers.
We're going to talk about it, so if you haven't seen it, sorry.
Turn it off. And don't be one of those people.
Don't turn it off.
Skip a little bit.
Skip to insert time frame here.
Beep, beep, doop, beep, beep. Whatever she just pointed to, because that's the time. Now, we are going to do some spoilers because I want to talk to somebody that actually watched it and figure out what your input is, because it was fabulous, I believe. But also, kind of figure out,
You just need to talk to someone about it.
I just need to talk to someone. I just want to get it off my chest.
Recap.
Okay, so I believe that this episode literally...
We're going right into it.
Yes, this literally... We've already said spoilers, so that by this time they should have already... Oh.
I just thought we're going to talk about maybe up to it. How do you feel? Because all I know is I was really excited. We've been waiting how long for the show to come back?
A year.
And then at the end of this episode, I wanted to flip a desk over. I was like, you're ending it like that? I was like, what? And Mark was literally saying, I was like, we have to wait till next week. He's like, you just waited a year for it. I'm like, I can't wait anymore. I almost wanted to risk not watching it for the next 5 weeks and then binging it. But that would be very...
No, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Very risky.
No.
And you'd have to wear the blinders to not hear or get any spoilers. So
yeah, and I don't want to waste that amazing time to be able to be in the know with everyone, because I don't want to be the only one that's I'm waiting.
I have a small office, so it came up the other day because I brought it up, but rather than that, I don't think we would have actually discussed it. So
really?
So I don't know.
I work at a nerd pool.
Yeah, you work at a very big office, so you're just
so this is how nerdy we are. There was a specific situation where somebody in a different department that just recently had to move into our area. Mm-hmm. So kind of to get an idea of what's going on, their desks are here, our desks are on this side, and then their classrooms.
Yeah. So
they walked through and there was a Perel dispenser, and he was just walking and he went like this and he went in his hand.
Yeah.
Ear, Yeah. And I was like, excuse me, that's on our side. There's a line that divides here. And he's like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah. And so the next day, I come to my desk, and the Perel thing is right next to my desk with a sticky note on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, no. You just waged war. So I wrote, bend thy knee on a sticky note, put it right in front of his training room.
Yeah.
So he had to open the door, and then there was a Perel thing right there. So then the next day it shows up next to my desk again with a sticky note that says, you know nothing. So I was like, all right, here we go. And then everybody's like, what's going on? I'm like, there's a war being waged against learning. So this is how geeky we are.
I think so I just had a meeting with a client the other day, and without thinking, It was when it was like raining like a couple days ago. And without thinking, I opened the door and I'm like, come in, stay a while. Like I totally Diablo'd them and I don't think they even knew.
Damn it. That's awesome.
And I did the whole voice, like, stay a while. I was like,
I wasted a good entry point on you.
I think they had an idea, but yeah, I just like,
they were like,
I couldn't stop it.
Well, so then I decided to put it right next to the desk of them.
As you do, yeah.
And I wrote,
Solid
winter
choice.
is coming, which then... So actually, this is how that happened. So we had the Prel thing next to us.
Yes.
So we kept going and putting our hand underneath it because we're like, this is actually awesome. I don't have to get up to wash my hands. I just go, ear. And then so my desk mate and I were like...
So are you like just...
Yeah, you just go like
You're
this.
not even getting up?
Nope, you go like this. And it's one of them that are like this tall.
That's ridiculous.
And it's like, it's ear. I'm like, oh, this actually works really well. And he did it twice. And I was like, see? So I was like, all right, well, we can't get rid of ours.
Yeah.
Let me go find a new one. So I found a new one and put winter is coming on it, which then today there was 2 by my desk.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, all right. So then I went and I don't remember what it said. Something about something. It was a Tyrion quote.
Yeah.
It was a quote by Tyrion.
Guys jumping houses.
Something about responsibility gives great whatever.
Someone went and Googled it.
Probably.
There's no way at that point someone's deep diving.
So then I went and I dismembered the Perel thing, put it on his chair, and put the other part underneath it.
No.
And wrote, "The Lannisters send their regards." So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But that is what's going on within our awesome office.
So, all right, we clearly need to get it out because obviously someone's gonna get cut.
So, all right, the episode starts, and I'm like super excited. I had to get here right at 6:00, even though everybody's like, "Well, you can just stream it," and I'm like, "You don't understand. Like, I need to get there at 6:00 so I don't miss anything."
Yeah.
So I'm like with everybody else. By the way, I watched it twice that night by myself.
Okay.
While watching it, I was getting into that nostalgic thing when it first started. I'm like, goosebumps.
Oh, the music.
And they have the little kid.
Yeah.
Oh, first off, the opening, great. And I didn't even catch that it was even different. So
really?
Bad on me.
I definitely caught that. The music brought me right back, which was nice after being gone for a year. And one of the first things, because I was going through the HBO, like the little previews that they show you. The one thing is, obviously, this is a short season, but I was like, wow, I wonder what's going to come next after this is done, because they are really releasing some good TV series, so I'm really curious on that. But yeah, the music starts...
Well, they're doing a prequel to Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, and then I was like, with that, you know, music and the intro bringing you in, I was like, wow, probably one of the best.
Oh yeah, doesn't it make you want to get up and dance?
Yeah, it just not dance, but
I want to dance.
Like it definitely brought me
back. I want to do like weird belly dancing.
But it like they did change the intro, and they change it. The intro changes every time, because usually the intro will show you what houses you're talking about and like where you're going to be.
But this time it was showing us where the Night King is.
Yeah, and they were showing that the wall was busted and showing like as the ice is progressing, that's the army. So I did like that they changed it.
Yes. So from there we have the little boy who's running to see the progression or whatever. No. The little kid in the...
I know. I was just thinking of another little kid later.
I know you are. Now we're jumping our spoilers.
Yes, so you get the kid running around.
Which I thought was awesome, because if you recall, the first episode-ish or second episode of the season, Arya is that kid that's trying to run to see King Baratheon,
to see what's going on.
Yes. So I was like, oh man, and then there she was, the first person that we saw standing there.
Who's very different now.
Who's very different. Very different. Then what I thought was funny is the next people that she sees, which you see her face change both times, is one, the Hound, which I thought you were fucking dead.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna slit your throat probably.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, like they have a weird relationship, even though they like talk shit about each other. I think they have this weird respect. Yeah. Like, man, I didn't think you would get here. And then there was that one part where he kind of asked Brienne when they were going to show the White Walker to Cersei, where he was kind of like, "Hey, how is she?" You know, it was like that weird, like, I'm kind of fathering her.
Yeah, like,
and you're her. her
you
weird,
you almost killed
awkward
me.
parents.
Yeah,
you know, like Brienne's her mom.
Well,
the Hound's the dad.
He made that comment. He's like, "You're a cold little bitch," and survived. Essentially.
Yeah,
because he kind of did. You know, it's like no one's gonna care for you. You have to care for yourself.
Exactly. So I'm glad that was there. And then you see Gendry, and she kind of has that like smirk. Like so, it's almost.
I think she was like happy. She's like, "Yeah, man, he made it. He made it. Like we got through this."
I remember him, and there was good times, or you know, like
They just made it. They just got out. Yeah. They just survived. Yeah. Essentially, it's like that nod of like, yeah, someone survived. Like it was a really good thing.
Which it was funny because there was. So I am loving. No, okay. She did not.
I am. He's on the list.
Loving. Why would he be on the list for?
I don't know if he's on the list. I know Kingslayer. Couldn't see that.
Yeah. Well, that is a whole nother thing. Stop jumping ahead.
Sorry.
So we have these memes that are just amazing right now. I don't know if you've been keeping up. I'll have to show you or send it to you or whatever. But one of them was that scene where it shows Arya and she's like, "I'm gonna kill you" to the Hound, and then it's like, "and then get some dick."
Oh my god.
So I think that's hilarious. But anywho, so then the other thing that came around is obviously Jon Snow and Daenerys. They come through, which I'm not sure how I feel right now about Daenerys. I know everybody's like in love with her and blah, blah, blah. And I love Emilia Clarke as Daenerys and a character, but she really hasn't done much to even get respect from anyone. She literally has done everything she says that she's fighting about, like slavery, things like that. She's killed a bunch of people.
She's very rigid. You either bend the knee or you burn, essentially.
Yeah.
And I like when we get further in the episode.
But she always asks people what she should do. Like, she's never the one that's like, I think I'm going to do this. She goes, what should I do? Counsel people?
Advisors, you should have that. But but it's not like Jon Snow didn't ask for help. He just decided to.
Jon Snow's been saying that he doesn't want a title this whole time.
Yeah, he's been like, he's like, y'all crazy.
Stop giving me title. And then they're like, by the way, you're king.
Yeah, he's
be a lord.
He's pretty much been like, I've seen some shit. The world's gonna end unless we get our shit together. And he's like, let's work on it. And everyone else is too their own shit. But he's definitely gotten everyone to look at it going, hey, we need to work together if we're gonna survive.
Yeah.
So we have that. His sisters are obviously not happy with Daenerys, and I like seeing Sansa as
stand up for herself
as
finally?
The lady. Well, because she's just
doesn't she kind of remind you of her mom
exactly
now?
What she reminds me of her mom, and I told that to Mark. I was like, she reminds me so much of her mom. He's like,
the way she stands, the way she dresses.
He said it was because of her stature now, like when she became Lady of the North. I'm like, that makes sense. Like it's a whole other thing, but she's also gone through a lot. Where it's like, I'm not trusting. I'm trying to protect the family, where they feel like Snow isn't.
The other thing is like,
and
her mom did. Bran's fucking crazy.
Did you see the thing I said on Twitter? And it was like, Bran's just like checking everyone out, like everyone's coming in. Oh yeah, and he's like, oh, you're a man, and he's like, almost. I was like,
I know. I was like, weirdo,
because he's not of this world anymore.
So
he's not.
I wanted to show you this one. Jon Snow. Every time he gets rid of one title and they give him a higher one.
Yeah. So I was very happy to see Bran. I like that he's removed. That he's become the Raven. That he's, I don't feel like he is the same character. Bran is someone else. He is not Bran.
No,
he's not at all.
And that's the thing that they were like. It kind of
no one gets
upset me.
No one gets it, but I see it. I'm like, that's not the same dude.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, so Jon Snow hasn't seen him forever, and he thought he was technically dead.
Yeah.
Just because of like, Theon said that he burned the brothers, etc. So when he goes and he sees him and he's excited and you can see that enthusiasm and he hugs him and he kisses his forehead,
Bran's
you're
out
like,
of it.
you're like, yes. And then there's Bran.
Because he's not
and you're
there.
Like, what the
he's not him anymore. And I think that's the thing is he knows that. He's like, oh, well, he's going to show me this. He's going to be so excited this emotion, but I'm not. I look like your brother.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
Yeah. So that's, and it was so funny because there were so many memes going on
I know.
Did you see the one with Mariah Carey?
No, I didn't see
so
that
she's
one.
wearing, Mariah Carey's wearing this like glitter suit.
Yeah.
And she's in a wheelchair and her feet are up like this.
Yeah.
Because she's trying not to get her shoes dirty.
Mm.
And she's like going like this or whatever. And somebody's wheeling her around. And it says, people weren't wheeling Bran around so he's ready for the next person to stare at.
Yeah.
Oh, glamorous. Okay.
He's my favorite character so far.
I
I
say
have 2 favorite characters right
I'm interested to see how his character develops because I want to know exactly where they're taking the Raven itself.
He's like Doctor Strange. He kind of already knows it.
Yeah, he's already looked at it. 4 million.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
I think
they will win only one.
And I think he was right about having Sam tell Jon truth because he's not emotionally connected to him anymore.
Yeah. Who's your other favorite character?
Who's a brunette now? Much blonder. When he was on there.
It got like a little sandier. I think it's showing his aging because he's like, I'm so fucking done with this.
I know.
He's like I lost a hand. I'm fucking dying.
Yeah. So those 2 are my favorites. So at the very end scene was, so I was like, yes,
yeah,
been waiting for this.
Yeah.
The Greyjoy storyline, I'm not necessarily completely interested in. I'm surprised.
So I know they need to do it. What do you mean
because last thing we saw, he got thrown off the boat, or he jumped off the boat.
We knew he was going to come and save her because he already said that. He already said he was going to go and help her.
I did like she popped him in the face, though. That's worth it.
Just to let you know, the first person that got shot in the eyeball by an arrow is the dude from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Mac.
Yes. Anywho, so that brings us first before Theon is Cersei. So Cersei,
if she doesn't get murdered, I just gonna be very upset.
I think she's
and I can't decide if I can believe if she's pregnant or not.
So that is a great point. I think when
she told him she was gonna send an army, but she's just gonna let them kill each other.
Oh yeah, but that's the reason why Sansa was all like, "Why are you even believing your sister?"
I really don't know if I can believe that she's.
So I think she might be, and or if she's not, what she's gonna do is she's gonna try and get pregnant. So let's say by that dude.
I know, but she seemed really disgusted. So I don't know if she's
No, did you see her smirk at the end when he said, "I'm going to put a prince in your belly"?
I don't know if she's smirking because she's like, "I already have one fool," or
no, she's going to twist that in some way in her favor to have something about this baby.
I don't know.
Because he's already saying, "I'm going to try and get a prince with you for some godforsaken reason," but now she's like, "I like perfect. You're gonna fit in my storyline."
Yeah. I did like the whole thing, like, oh, well, if you want a queen, you gotta work for it. And then she's like, oh, he did bring me ships. No elephant, though. Come on. Like,
I know, I was like, there's a meme that shows, like, I can't remember, and then it says the elephant she was looking for, and it's fucking Dumbo flying over the... I was like, oh my god.
So, I don't know. I'm surprised that they told Jon in that episode about his heritage, lineage.
Before that, because now we have... Theon and his sister. Yep. Theon's heading back to Winterfell to he's trying to do right.
Yeah.
By all the bullshit that he's done. So that's fine. Whatever. He's probably going to die. Not a big deal. He's going to be one of those characters that we just let go and we're not going to be as devastated because we have been already detached from him for a while. I have, at least. But then we have everybody meeting up. We have Sansa and Tyrion coming back together for the first time since they've been married.
Yeah.
So that was really cool because she finally has a backbone and she's talking shit to him. I did like that.
When he's like, saw you at the wedding, she's like, I had him up.
Yep, exactly. So that was really cool. And she kind of put him in his place. Like, come on, dude. Like, why are you believing your sister is going to ever help anybody?
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of upset that they had Tyrion so smart in the beginning.
Yeah.
And now he almost seems ridiculous at the end. Like, come on, dude. Like, know that they're...
But
like,
he knows that she's selfish. So if she is pregnant, he's like, well, then... and she's being honest about it, he's like, well, she has a live and she has a reason to kind of go against it because he knows that she would be that selfish.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm not rooting for her in any way.
Yeah, well, and then she's wanting to send the assassin to go kill brothers, plural. So Because they gave
Oh
him
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
crossbow, and
Tyrion
she said brothers.
and Jaime.
Yeah. So I'm like,
now that also falls into place,
which makes me think that she's not pregnant.
Well, that falls into place because remember when she heard the prophecy about?
No, I don't remember that far back.
Oh my gosh!
Half of this episode, when I was watching, I was like, "Who's this again? What did they do? What happened?"
So there was a prophecy that she got when she was younger.
When she lost, she would lose all her kids. I knew that. Something about like losing 3 something.
Yes, but your youngest brother will kill you, or your younger brother will kill you.
Are they both younger?
She kept thinking it was Tyrion. Jaime came out 1 minute after her. Okay. So technically, he is the younger brother as well. So she keeps going after Tyrion. That's why I'm like, please let Jaime kill her. Because that was the prophecy.
Yeah, but now he's in Winterfell, and it's full of Starks.
Yes.
And he killed their dad, and I don't know how that's going to go.
Well, he didn't technically kill their dad.
Didn't he chop his head off? Who chopped his head off?
That was just a dude.
No, I thought they ordered him to chop his head off.
I don't think so.
I don't remember. We have to go back. So,
but the reason why all of the things had come into play, I don't think he chopped his head off, but he got Robb killed.
Yeah.
So he was the one. Yeah, he's the one that got their brother killed, and a bunch of other things that happened.
I feel like he chopped his head off. Might be wrong. It's been a while. I didn't rewatch anything.
Joffrey was the one who did it, and I think it was just some guy. I think it was maybe even the Hound.
Oh, maybe. I don't remember.
But like the Hound was still with Joffrey at that time.
So like at the very end, he's coming in. No one knows he's there. Bran knew it because he's like, I'm waiting for an old friend. And as soon as we saw him, I was like, that's his old friend. Boom, nailed. This is what I wanted to see.
Yes.
Because Jaime.
You're just so excited about this part because we missed all the other stuff with Sam and Daenerys.
I didn't know that was his brother and father that she burned.
Oh, she kept saying, totally.
Yeah, no, I didn't know. I don't listen to that. So then I was like, oh shit. So he was so excited. He's like, oh my God, I get to finally meet her. And she's like, oh, I murdered your family. And he's like, oh, okay. All right. Like, hard to take in. She's like, yeah, no, sorry. They didn't bend the knee. So I kind of.
So I'm hoping, because remember, he stated, could you pardon me for these books that I stole?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it's the books to say that Jon is the rightful heir.
Well, there was the books. It might be those, but it's also the books that he used to learn to scrape all the shit off the dude.
Well, there was tons of books that he took.
Yeah.
But I hope it's that, because right now,
the
only people that know that Jon Snow, because for
Bran,
example,
Sam, and Jon.
If Jon comes up to Daenerys and goes, by the way, blah, 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 she's not going to believe him. No one's going to believe him. They need evidence.
Yeah, they do.
So I have a feeling that they're going to use those books to show everybody this is the truth about Jon. And the nice thing, because again, clearly you don't pick up on nuances and things. Where did Sam tell Jon Snow that he was the rightful heir? In front of Ned.
Yeah.
And Ned said, the next time I see you, I'll tell you who your mother is. I thought that was so awesome.
But I do like how Sam was saying, he's like, would she give up the throne?
And she won't.
And she worked too hard for it. Nope.
But she hasn't really worked too hard. She's just been kind of plowing through.
She's going on birthright that I deserve it.
She kind of reminds me of her brother right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm really invested in the Raven storyline. And that's why the Kingslayer is kind of like, because that is kind of, because that whole theory that we had talked about forever ago was about, can he jump into people and have them do stuff? So it's like, was he Jaime pushing himself out in order to make sure that the timeline goes? I was also reading a theory about how there's White Walker blood in Starks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's like thousands.
How does that work?
God, trying to make me remember. It was something about like thousands and thousands of years ago. Essentially, one of the Starks they talked about a wife he would have had, and she sounded like she was talked about as like she looked like a White Walker. And there's a whole history of them like hiding children, like Ned did for Snow, but like in other ones, like in the past. And essentially, it's like,
what do they do with the babies anyway? Remember that weird dude
that
had
dude
the
was
weird...
like giving them as a sacrifice to keep alive, and they were wondering if there was some kind of blood oath there, and them coming down is claiming the baby they never got, which could be John, or it could be the Starks and John.
Interesting.
Like through years and thousands of years of like breeding and all this other stuff, like there could potentially be like White Walker blood within the Starks. The way they talk about them in the book is that they are made from ice, that they have veins full of ice, and they're talking about like that. They were talking about the guy's wife, that she had blue eyes and white hair or whatever it may be, but it might, and they talk about how marriage, that they were doing it in order to have peace. So what if the guy married a White Walker?
Mm-hmm.
And that's like kind of how, I don't know, there's a whole thing. I was like, holy shit, like it was just very in depth. I'll have to find it.
Yeah,
But like
that's
maybe
interesting. There's so many theories, because that also went off of you stated Bran going into people's bodies.
Yeah, maybe doing the timeline. Yeah,
Well, they said that there was 3 times, and remember when the Raven said, pretty much in, I don't remember his words.
Yeah, but when I look at him now and I look at the Night King, they look very similar.
Well, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So the theory is
But he is a Night King.
that when the actual Raven stated, don't play around with this stuff,
Yeah.
you know, like if you do, you could potentially get stuck. And so they're saying the first time he went back,
Mm-hmm.
or time traveled, went back, and then it ended after that long night. And
Yeah.
the long night, he was trying to see how did they beat the White Walkers the first time.
Yeah.
So he didn't get the info there. Then the next time he went back and went into the king and told them burn them all, which
Yeah.
then created that dude to not understand that he was talking about the White Walkers.
Yeah, so
to
they
burn
just
them all.
everybody, yeah.
So he was like, burn all of them,
So
which
he
made
became
him the Mad King.
Yeah.
So then the next one was that he went back in time to the first person that became that White Walker with the little kids, and they were by the tree.
Yeah.
And he went into him, but then
Sprites.
part of him got stuck.
Yeah,
And then that's where they're saying he was the Night King.
it's really interesting, and I'm really wondering how they're going to do that part. And then when I was reading the theory about White Walker blood being Starks, like the more I thought about it, I'm like, well, there's dragon blood in Targaryens. Like,
Yeah.
she got set on fire and didn't die.
That is true.
Jon Snow came back. Granted, it was supposed to be that one chick, but like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if there was something where it's a whole bunch of like marriage, and you're giving a child to, you know, to keep the wall from, or them from coming down. And maybe the whole reason why they're advancing is that they're fucking coming to collect their debt.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, no, this whole house is Stark, belong to us, and haven't gotten that.
Interesting.
So
yeah.
I don't know, but it's like, again, it was really in depth, and it's talking like thousands and thousands of years story, and they were connecting bloodlines, and my brain was like.
The other thing is we had Jon on a dragon.
Yep.
Now,
Which
I was a
Targaryen-
little upset that they didn't really put enough emphasis on
That
the
you
fact
have-
that he was in there. But then in the book, they don't really talk about...
If it comes naturally to being like a Targaryen, like you have to be special blood to ride a
Yeah,
dragon.
they don't have that in the book, but in here, for some reason,
They
I feel like
mentioned it, I
we
thought.
mentioned it, and that only people could with Targaryen blood could do that.
Yeah.
Which again, like you said, Tyrion also went up to the dragons, which also brings back the fact that his father said, "You're not my son." And so, does that mean that his mom may have gone and had him died, and he's also a bastard?
Yeah.
And then also a shorter person. So he's got all these things against him.
I don't know.
So maybe he's a Targaryen as well.
Maybe we'll hear more. I'm definitely more interested in the Kingslayer being in Winterfell and finding
That's only
out what's gonna
because
happen.
everybody's like, and they even showed like a little bit of it where he was like in front of everyone. Remember at the end? You didn't watch the end scenes?
I don't remember. It's been too long now.
What? It's literally been a week.
It's like goes quick. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I watched
So they showed
I watched a lot of season finale, amazing season finales recently. So my brain is like having to like room. Like, okay, Game of Thrones next Sunday. Okay, now I just watched The Rookie. Push some of it out so I can read some information.
Yes. So they showed endings or scene credits of next
Yeah,
episode, and Jamie is in front of everybody.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting to see what they are
What
going
is he
to
gonna
do.
say? Oh, she crazy? She ain't bringing nobody? Like, because he was the last one to leave King's Landing.
Does he know?
I mean, I felt like she said something.
I think he did, and that's why he was like, fuck you, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because she was like, let them all burn, whatever, kill each other. And he's like, you don't understand this threat is actually like...
Yeah, which Jamie's on John's side. And I think Jamie and John will get one of those like relationships respecting each other.
Yeah.
Even though the said things that he did in the past. But I have a feeling that John will be like, yes, he's on the same page with me.
I feel like Arya's still going to kill him. Because he's on the list.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely. Because she was there. Wasn't she? She was hiding.
It's like on top of her list. I don't know.
She was literally coming to go see Rob.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then everybody was dying, and then the Hound took her out.
I don't know if she's gonna finish the list, but I think she's gotten through quite a bit of it.
Yeah, I can't wait for. I just want her to keep putting people's faces on. That's super exciting.
She's crazy awesome.
Yeah. Oh man, there was something else that I wanted to say. Oh, because John is literally like, "Hey guys, it doesn't matter if I'm king or any other freaking thing that you keep giving me. We have this threat right here that's going to kill us."
But they don't trust her because she didn't work for it. She hasn't like proven herself to be trustworthy. So
yeah, but that's totally fine. I'm talking about there is literally just a castle away.
Yeah.
As you see that little boy that was in.
Yeah, because he's like, hey, we need more shit, and they're like, okay, we'll go back and tell everyone. And the next time we see the kid, he's on the wall. And he's like, ah,
yeah,
ugh.
which I jumped because I was not paying attention, and then I
didn't realize the design was like feet, legs,
and arms. Yeah,
like, ew.
Yeah, so they literally keep making that design everywhere.
God,
they did that design right in the first episode.
See, I'd have to. I'm excited to when it's over to kind of go back and like watch it and get the connections. Yeah, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah, there is a lot of things that they're connecting and tying together, and
how they can do it in 5 more episodes.
They're already doing a great job.
And I feel like we're probably going to start the fight with the walkers. I'm guessing
3rd episode it is.
I'm thinking it might start next episode.
Like, they said the battle is the 3rd episode.
So I would think the start of it's going to be the next episode. You're going to have the battle for the 3rd because I think we're going to have to deal with aftermath.
Like depending on whatever the aftermath is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if you're going to have like this whole thing of a battle for 3 full hours for like the next like 5, 3 more, or you're going to get through, you're going to win or lose, and then you're going to have to deal with what the world's condition is. Well,
I know right now that the battle is 55 minutes. So it has to be episode 3 or something because next episode is 50 some minutes.
Which is making me think it's going to start.
Yeah.
And then it would be battle. I don't even.
Yeah.
No idea.
That's why I'm like, I really don't know what is in store at all.
But it is killing me that I can't just binge. I just want to watch it
right after. That's why I watched it right after I watched it the first time. Like I watched it and I was like, I need more. I'll just watch it again. So I watched it again and I was like, it helped because I missed a lot.
Yeah.
And that's where I started picking up little nuances like Ned Stark's little crypt and he tells him there. And I was just like,
well, I definitely really want to. It makes me want to reread the books, but the last time I tried reading the books, like it's a very difficult
audiobook
beginning. So I'd have to either
read audiobook. It's awesome. The dude's voice is great. I have it.
Sometimes listening is hard.
Yeah, that's true too. Perfect. So Game of Thrones, there's a lot. We could talk nonstop.
We just got what? 2 more sleeps. 2 more sleeps, guys, to the next one.
I can't even.
Hashtag 2 more sleeps.
All day on Sunday, I'm just gonna, I don't even care. I'm just gonna be like.
Well, that's the brilliance of it. So it was being bombarded, like, it's Game of Thrones day, and everyone's like losing shit. And it sucked, and it worked out, and it sucked at the same time. But
I had to massage. I had to work, and you had to work.
I ended up working, and it kind of was perfect because I ended up working, and I was like, okay, this is just a distraction. So when I got done working, I was done at like 7:30. I was like, oh, I'm going home, and I'm getting ready. Like it was just nice. Like
I massaged.
Otherwise, it's been all day. Like
I massaged 2:30 to like 5.
Yeah,
30.
I was working like from 3 to like 7.
And I was like, all right, gotta go home. I got here and turned on the TV at 5:56.
You like wiggle in it.
Yeah.
Like,
I got a whiskey drink, all this stuff, and I sat down.
Ready.
I ordered Mad Greens because I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wait and have them bring it to me. Yeah. And I was just like. And then the second time I was like eating my sandwich.
See, that's why I'm excited because like I love the show, but I'm also really excited to sit and see what they're gonna have next. Like, what's the next big thing gonna be? Because it's so when you get TV shows like that, they're like an experience. It's very rare. The Rookie's amazing. I don't get the same thing from that than I do Game of Thrones. But like, and it was for a while Walking Dead. Now I don't. I
still need to watch
Sabrina forever.
So good. Okay. Off of that was a good talk. Got it off our chest. Getting ready for Sunday. I'm super excited. But now we're gonna have some exciting news that we started a new segment, and it's called
Now Kiss. Essentially, what we are doing is a segment about ships and how we like to ship things on TV shows, movies, video games, books, and essentially, I don't have Barbie dolls. I need Barbie dolls because that's when you go, now kiss, mwah, 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 and you just like ship it. So we're going to be starting a segment today called Now Kiss, and we are going to be going through different couples, whether it be, again, TV, movies, books, that was it. Video games potentially, and just talk about some of our favorite couples and some of the pros and cons, and maybe, you know, get you guys on the ship.
So get you on the ship.
So the first one we wanted to talk about, because we had a similar experience, is Arrow, and Arrow is ending the last season. So they're done actually recording everything, and one of the things when it started early, I was really excited about Felicity and Oliver.
Well, I had like a weird Laurel and him, I kind of was like, oh, get back together. Then she just was annoying.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, fine, she can go with Tommy, I guess. Oh, Tommy died.
Yeah. I had
Spoiler,
a hard time,
by the way.
I had a hard time like getting into Arrow for a little bit.
Yeah.
The Laurel love line was kind of interesting, but once Felicity came on, and I don't even think they really had a connection at that point, I was like, ooh. Ship it. Now kiss.
They had weird interactions. Like he would come in and be like, "Yo, I need this looked at," like, and then she was like, "Oh."
But it was like the
nerdy.
It was the humorous and it was the light bits of that show.
Yes,
because everything else was dark, and and like every time they had some interaction with Felicity, there was a light.
Yeah.
So the thing that we both ended up doing is we were definitely like, now kiss. We wanted those two to get together. However, and I feel like they went around a couple times. Like, it seemed a little bit like it took a while. But then they finally did, and then I stopped watching the show because I was completely once they actually got together. So, the reason why I absolutely loved Felicity in the beginning, like you said, it was very humorous, light, cute, awkward. She was not in on his secret. She didn't know.
She didn't know, but she knew something was up because he would bring her things to crack.
Yeah.
And she was like, that's weird. This is a da-da-da-da. You know, like, how would you get this? And so it was just a very fun thing that was playing around. But then when they got together, it was like I feel like writers know how to get that sexual tension written.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's like they don't know how to create a really healthy relationship. Once it's done, they're like, whoops.
You can't create a healthy relationship for TV because it doesn't. So when you're in together, your relationship is boring relationships don't sell. You're going to have relationships that go through, they're getting tested. You're going to have things that don't work, or they're going to have fights. Ross and Rachel, back together.
Well, and that was
were
annoying.
On a break.
I was like, oh my God, I'm done with this. So
but
the thing that I didn't like is all of a sudden Felicity changed her personality.
She got part of the team.
They changed her completely to be whiny, annoying, like, oh, you're gonna go hang out with her? I was like, really? Like, why?
Because now they're in a relationship and other things matter. So she was self-conscious or whatever it may be, or she's like,
I want your shirt to be off and doing push-ups for me.
It was a lot about the job, I thought. Like, oh, this is dangerous, you shouldn't do it. It's like, girl, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah,
and then there's a whole they were supposed to be married, and then she like was about it. And then they went and like were suburbs for a while. And then she didn't like it. Like he quit. They were like living in the suburbs, and she's like, oh, thank God, let's go back to being vigilant. Like, it was weird, and I just slowly backed out of it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
I stopped
the show's
way before that.
I'm assuming it's really good, but I just stopped. I actually, when it came to that, I ended up just staying on The Flash, and that's pretty much the only one I still watch. Which is funny, because when you think about it, yes, it's relationships, but they do it in such a different way that it's not constantly just very an Iris. You're dealing with your friends and you're dealing with conflicts with them. So I don't know if it's because it wasn't so like
pushed together,
love story driven.
Yeah, and I even stopped it before.
I don't even know how they got together. I don't know if it was subtle. I don't know if it was off screen. I just remember seeing an episode and
they were together.
She was complaining and
See?
she was complaining.
She always is complaining now.
He's like, I care for you. And then he kissed her and I was like, wait, what? Like, are they together now? Are they not? Because it wasn't like a big, like, dramatic music playing. Oh my God, I saved you. It was like she was complaining about something and he did it to shut her up. I don't know.
Point of the story is
maybe you guys will remember, but
if your girl is annoying and complaining, just kiss her to shut her up.
No, you get slapped. That's a dangerous. I mean, that's a risky move.
But yes, so the other thing is I kind of liked other people with Oliver.
They're not together in the. Think about it.
Well, and then they started doing weird relationships with like Canary, and then she had like a love interest and.
White Canary or Black Canary?
I don't remember.
Because like Laurel is Canary. Yeah. White Canary was her sister. That's the one he cheated on because they were in the boat.
Yes.
Then White Canary started sleeping with Ra's al Ghul's daughter. Who slept with Batman, and that's how they have Damien's son. So I don't know how they're like. I don't know what they're doing with the universe. We're talking about Oliver and Felicity. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. I liked Felicity better with Adam. The guy Brendan, who played Superman in the movie. Superman Returns.
I don't remember. I must have stopped it before that even happened.
Then he switched and went to League of Legends.
Got it. So...
But did you see the one in League of Legends when it was Snoke and his boyfriend or his husband?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so cute. The guy from Prison Break.
Oh, Wentworth Miller?
Yes.
I love him.
Yeah. So this is essentially what the segment's going to be, is we're going to be dissecting a relationship, not too in depth, but just kind of going over what we liked about it. We figured we'd start with a comic book related show and characters. Again, something that like they got together and we're like, fizzle.
Yeah, it literally like just boop, popped.
Yeah.
I was like, oh fizzle. Yes, oh yes, oh yes. I don't really like that.
Yeah.
And then I stopped watching it.
And I don't know, and it's happened at multiple things, and I don't know why that does that.
Well, I think it's because the writing, they start switching it to like that weird dynamic of like, she got really whiny, and I fucking hate whiny girls. Like, completely. So when she started whining and I was like, done. I was like, come on, where's the strong...
Good thing you're not Oliver. You're like, bye, bitch.
I would have been. I would have been like, by the way, I got shipped off into an actual boat.
I have to go work long distance.
Oh, man, I gotta go back to the island. Sorry.
Yeah. Man, the island. Flashbacks for like 4 seasons.
Right? And I was like, can we figure out what's actually going on here? What's with the island flashbacks? They never even like connected really well.
We didn't pay that much attention. I'm sure they did. I'm not sure.
I did not. I was like, I'm done with you going back. Even in season 3, I was still like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, let us know some of yours that you guys really ship, so then we can kind of deep dive and see if we have anything in common of couples that we love. What
did you think of Felicity and Oliver? Put the comments below.
Are they still together?
That's a good one. The other thing too, make sure to put down Now Kiss and the people that you would like us to kind of dissect and break apart.
Yep.
See if you either liked it, disliked it, want it to happen. So, Now Kiss! So closing the podcast, we're going to talk about this new amazing thing that Jenna found. It's called Twitch Sings.
Oh my gosh.
And if you haven't already, you can go on to my Facebook page, Twitter, and mostly on my twitch.tv/Genesis, which probably up here, for all of my awesome videos that I've been posting.
And I'll let you guys know that you'll see me in one of them, because when she introduced this to me, she literally like threw me in front of the camera and she's like, you have to do this. I'm like, what is this? I don't know what we're doing. And she's like, shh.
Gloriousness.
So I don't get
I put these headphones on I put these headphones on her, and she would do anything.
Those are
And
really
I
cute.
would do anything
They're so cute.
for love.
But I won't do that. But yeah, so you definitely check it out. But yeah, there's panic in my face because it was literally like, hey, welcome, come in, we're gonna talk. And she's like, oh no, you're gonna sing now. I'm like, wait, I don't.
Yes. So we're gonna quickly do one or a couple of them.
God.
Before she leaves, because I really want this to happen. So that's why we're ending this. This is just a closing segment of you guys knowing that the epicness is about to happen and will be posted soon on YouTube.
Oh my God.
Geek Responsibly podcast. By the way, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that bell for all of the notifications and subscribe. Wayne's World.
Party time. Excellent.
Ow! All right. So, as we always say, always remember to geek responsibly.